At the age of 21, Brandy was struggling to live up to the public's expectations of her.
To always have to be on, even when you're off, is a challenge. And wow, I did that for a very, very long time.
In the fall of 2000, she returned to the studio to work on her highly anticipated third album, Full Moon.
Brandy was creatively involved. She would come into the studio, she would say, you know, this happened last night, and we would take that and turn it into a record. It was very organic. The flow of it was very real.
In the midst of recording, Brandy found herself falling for a new man, music producer Robert Smith.
I saw you soon as you came bouncing through the door. Robert and I were like two peas in a pod. We hung out all the time, and I felt very comfortable with him and very safe with him. Something tells me you're the kind of guy I'd like to get to know.
But when she found herself unexpectedly pregnant with Robert's child, she had to break the news to her family.
That was something that was not okay for the Brandy brand. That wasn't cool. I was raised with the Christian foundation. It's a sin to get pregnant out of wedlock. That's not allowed. So I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do.
Brandy's management immediately came up with a plan to preserve her wholesome image.
Everybody around me is trying to force me to get married. And so I said, why don't I just say I'm married? Because I don't want to get married. So why don't I just say it? And it was the biggest mistake I had ever made.
In January of 2002, the PR campaign went into full gear, and Brandy started telling people she had secretly gotten married.
We also heard rumors that you were engaged and even married.
Yes, I am married. I can't tell you the time or the date. That's between us, but it was at the end of the summer, and it was very private. It was just him and I, and it's the best life to have when you're in love with someone.
A month later, Brandy revealed to the world that she was pregnant. And in an effort to control the story, Brandy agreed to allow cameras to follow the last month of her pregnancy in MTV's reality series, Special Delivery.
She needed the public to believe that she was still America's sweetheart. And it's on MTV, so everyone has to believe that this is the truth.
On Father's Day 2002, Brandy gave birth to her baby girl, Sarah.
She's beautiful. It hasn't even hit me yet.
When I first saw Sarah, it was like the most overwhelming feeling I have ever felt in my life. This unconditional love just entered my being. She looked at me and says, okay, it's just me and you. That's what her eyes told me when she was born. And it completely changed my life.
Brandy had finally found that unconditional love with her daughter. But her relationship with Robert Smith wasn't working. In the summer of 2004, Brandy started telling the press that she had gotten a divorce.
I went into too much detail about my feelings for our relationship because of the friendship that we did have. I didn't respect that, and that caused him to get angry.
On July 20th, 2004, Robert Smith revealed to the world that the marriage had been a lie.
Robert Smith came on my radio show. I thought he was coming to promote his artist, but he in fact came with the agenda to tell me and the world that he and Brandy were never married. That was the scoop of a lifetime.
And what is going on with that?
I'm just as shocked as everybody else. This is all news to me. When that hit the fan, it was like, oh my God. You know, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna recover from this? But right now, it's really about my fans knowing that, you know, I just wouldn't deliberately lie to them, just to save my image.
Brandy's handlers never allowed her to own up to her mistake, and she hasn't been able to fully address the controversy until today.
If I was woman enough to lay down and get pregnant by someone, then I should have been woman enough to admit that that's what took place. And I'm telling my team and everybody around me, I have to say I'm sorry. No. You can't say that you're sorry. No one, we have to twist this, we have to turn it. And although At the time, I wished that he would have taken a different approach, but I'm glad he didn't, looking back, because to be able to tell that truth and to now live that truth with a beautiful daughter at my hip, I feel much better about myself, that I can come clean and say, I was afraid, I was scared, I was lost, I didn't know what to do.
At the time, the scandal took a devastating toll on Brandy's reputation and career.
It made everyone kind of raise an eyebrow at Brandy. And suddenly you're like, was this America's sweetheart? Because I'm a little confused.
The lie about being married was the fall of my career. Everything changed. Everything changed.
At the age of 25, Brandy was ready to move past scandal and win back her fans. Brandy decided to head in a new direction musically. In June of 2004, she released her fourth album, Aphrodisiac, projecting a sexier image.
Oh my God, I felt so awkward trying to wear that sexy face. And why am I in water half naked? Why am I, in the water with 4 boys splashing every damn where?
She's rolling around on the ground and she's trying to be sexy, and it just wasn't believable. It's like, what are you doing right now?
I didn't believe it. So why should anyone else?
Aphrodisiac sold less than 500,000 copies, millions less than her previous 2 albums.